Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday, my friends. How's everyone doing today? Guys, smash the like button on the way in. Bitcoin is chilling. We got bullish news coming out of the White House. The ultimate setup for retail to return. Stock market at all-time highs. Ethereum shorts at record levels. Let's liquidate some bears. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. Smash the like button on your way in. Subscribe if you are new. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year. A lofty goal it may seem, but I think it is possible, especially with you guys at my back. Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Bitcoin 116, 470, 435 and 71 cents. We are chilling. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map and see where we are at. What's going on with the Heat, Philly, and Big Dog? So, I don't know if you guys are not in the Discord, I recommend you go join. It's completely free and it's a lot of fun. I was kind of giving live updates of the Zelensky-Trump meeting and I was kind of cracking up the whole time. 115, 792. Oops. We got Zelensky showing up in a very snazzy, like blacked out suit, which I thoroughly enjoyed. 115, 621. Whoops, that's awkward. Oh boy. Wait a second. Wait a second. Am I good? Are we good? Let me know in the chat if we're good. Am I good? Hey! I'm not sure what happened. Okay. Apparently I can't type in the search, otherwise I'll rug my entire stream. The next one was... Jeez. 115, 621. It is definitely my modem, Philly. It is 100% my modem. It's like 12 years old. 115, 191. Teacher said, good about what just arrived? The stream decided to try to rug again because I was I love that Teacher is the one that arrives. He's the one that told me to get a better CPU. Because I was accidentally attempting to type in the search bar. 114, 675. You know, I notice every time that happens, though, I'm talking about something political. It's quite a coincidence. 113, 988. But anyways, Zelensky shows up in this beautiful black suit. Trump says he looks good. The reporter that originally called him out for the suit said he looks good. 116, 995. And Zelensky cracked a joke at that reporter. It was very, very positive, very lighthearted meeting, it seemed. And I don't know, it made me happy. 117, 425. I'm convinced that everything's already established and that they're doing all this for show to be like, ooh, won't we get a deal? Nobody knows. We're gonna try to hammer out a deal. And it's already set in stone. Like what's been decided has been decided. 118, 113. And, you know, that's total speculation. But they sit down, they start talking and everything. First thing, Zelensky just starts saying thank you for everything. And I was tripping out in the Discord. I was like, Zelensky wore a suit, boys. This is it. And then he sits down and he's like, I wanted to say thank you to President Trump and the wife and everything. I'm like, he said thank you. He said thank you. It was really funny. I enjoyed it. Live updates. He'd said JJ entered another dimension. Top Select Scout said, bro, spend more than $6 on your setup. I feel like I've spent quite a bit on my setup. But did he say please? Dude, I was cracking up the whole time. Vance wasn't even there. Ooh, Tishu said, at least you don't do the mute mic BS. I think they do it for chat engagement for the algo. Oh, that's actually really funny. I never even thought about that for chat engagement. Sometimes I'll like mute it to cough or something. And within that like 2-3 seconds, someone will be like, your mic's muted. I'm like, I know. I did it on purpose. Relax. I didn't want to cough and blow out your guys' eardrums. Okay, so Bitcoin got a lovely little bounce, it seems, off of almost right back to where Island Steve said we were going. These are our current liquidation points. We're right in the middle, a little closer to the lower ones than the upper ones. For Bitcoin, I'm looking for fractal speculation August 24th through the 30th breakout. On total 3, we're speculating today, tomorrow, Wednesday breakout. And total 3 looks really good, actually. Alts look relatively decent, in my opinion, based on what they normally look like compared to Bitcoin. So, ETH is down 3.18% on the day. We're getting a little bounce off of 4240. Let's see if we get a pullback. Seems like 4400 is our next point of resistance. If we do pull back more, I'm looking for, I guess I would look for this 4165. Let's see, we get a little W, a failure, bounce, failure, bounce. Hopefully that's how it plays out. And then everyone will be relying on this being a head and shoulders and it'll invalidate it. Maybe. Totally speculating. The Heat said Atlas ship is on its way. What is that? I don't know what that is. Mad Peter Pepper said Roaring Kitty. Tishu said, yeah, the chat goes berserk in Georgia's stream. Don't know if he has done it recently, though. Big Dog said, JJ, did you hear Circle is building their own rails to compete with Ripple? Also coming out with their own coin for gas fees. I did not know that. That's brilliant, though, honestly. I've always thought about that. Everyone's like, it's going to be so bullish for this, this, and that when the government wants to do this, this, and that. And I'm like, wouldn't they just, they have so much money. Wouldn't they just develop their own blockchain? Like, wouldn't that make more sense? Because it's too easy to copy paste and just develop your own and not worry about any issues with a different blockchain. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm ignorant. Maybe they're going to be incentivized money-wise. Like, Trump likes to make deals and bring money in, so that, I guess, could bode well for some alts, I suppose. But I digress. ETH did break bullish for a hot second over the RSI's moving average, which then bounced and then failed, and now it did a bearish retest confirmation, and it's going down. We did have a green dot on the momentum wave, which seems to be curling down now. We'll see what comes of it. Sol is down 3.48% on the day. We got a confirmation, a bullish confirmation of 184, broke above our purple trend line, failed to hold, and then just plummeted, broke below 184, and we are now retesting. If we can hold above it, that'd be great. But I would not be surprised. We never did quite get to our 172 level, so I could see that being in play. Total 3 is down 1.49% on the day. Failure to get above 1.07. And we're at 1.04 right now, like a midpoint, kind of. What's going to come of it? See, I'm seeing a lot of this repeating. So is that going to do the same thing? It's just getting smaller every time? I suppose. So I'm just making stuff up. I'm not going to linger on it. We're at 1.04 right now. If we retest 1 trillion, that'd be fine. We never did retest it when we broke above it, so I'm still kind of looking for that. ADA's down 3.22% on the day, lingering in between 90 and $1. This is kind of the range that ADA has. And it still has that potential for that crypto face thing that we talked about, where it blasts off. Before, I was looking for this to be it, and I played that, and then this turned bearish, and now I'm trying to play this, see if this works out. We'll see what happens. SNEK is down 2.94% on the day, very similar to ADA, between 5 and 5.6. If 5 holds, great. If not, look for 4.7 to be a temporary point of contention. Otherwise, 4.3 is definitely in the cards. I would like to see, I suppose, some kind of midpoint support right there. Let me make this a dotted line. Strictly based on this price action right here. Volume uptick has not sustained itself on MXC specifically. We got a million other exchanges now, though, so that might not even be relevant. XRP is down 0.64%. We did get a little fake out below $3. Is it going to officially break below $3? Who knows? We've been trading between 340 and 3 for quite some time now. I said that this was going to be XRP's little purgatory, and that has definitely been the case so far. It's been in between since July 23rd, which is crazy. So let's see if we can break out of this up or down. I think it'll be a relief no matter what. He'd said, when pump, shake my head. Tishu said, why is Matic holding and going up? I'm not sure. Probably because it's been going down for 4 years straight. Tom Selkscoat said, link green equals beast. Tishu said, looks like it's about to break out from an inverted head and shoulders on the daily. I'll check that out. I gotta figure out which name to search. Inverse head and shoulders on the daily. I see it. Oh, it depends on, I guess let me go to the daily, see what I see. So there's this for sure. Neckline. This does not quite touch though. But besides that, there's definitely room for multiple ideas here. All of which seem kind of relevant. It definitely looks like it wants to go up. The moves to the downside are very quick. And it's definitely interesting. Dick and ball spanner. Yeah, let's see if this thing can break above 26 and hold. That seems to be the point that it has trouble. We'll see what happens. HBAR is down 2.41%. It did officially break below its cancer-curing range, which we've already looked at and established a couple of days ago. And it retested bearish confirmation below our purple trend line. We're sitting at 24,602 right now. Tishu said, so it's cheap right now, but at resistance? I don't know. I don't like Polygon Matic Pole because they've changed their name 18 times. And they're probably flipping narratives around. They're probably going to pump just for that specifically. But the name changing gives me rug vibes really bad. It's obviously not a rug, but I can't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got less than 20 minutes until the daily close contest, so make sure you guys stick around. Smash the like button on your way in. Subscribe if you're new. HBAR, still looking for that pullback down to 23.5. Let's see if we get that. Sweet got a nice bounce off of 353 after a break below 370. Let's see if we can use that momentum to get back above 370. Otherwise, this is our new range between 353 and 370. If we break below 353, then 342 is in the cards. Do we have a potential waste management fractal? That, I feel like that would be it if that was going to be it. It's a little iffy. It's a little fudgy. What if I said XRP has my attention? Go wash your shirt. Wylan is spamming flex. Yeah. Let's see if Sui can wake up here. Ondo is down 4.17% on the day. Range bound, waiting for breakout. Yeah. Ondo is still holding above 95.35, which is that really important price level that we've been watching for quite some time now. We got a fudgy waste management potential here. I don't know. I'd really have to fudge this one to make it work. Pickle Rick 9 said JJ. What's going on, Pickle Rick 9? Philly said JJ, not true. Maybe Polygon Matic just likes Sonic burgers and shakes. I don't know. What if I said me or JJ? Zero said yo. What's going on, Zero? Happy Monday. Tishu said thank you, Waterfly. Have some at a loss. Somebody else said something. What was it? Oh, Tishu said, did you watch the clip I tagged you on the Discord? No, I just got home. I just got home and flew to the desk to get on for you guys for the daily close. But yeah, Ando, getting a nice bounce off of 95.35. Hopefully it holds. If it breaks below, look for 90. 90 is going to be a nice psychological support. Arrow is down 6.31%. 3 hits to the upside. Failure to break back above 144. And probably heading to 123. But I'm still looking for that 150 target. Again, this is one of those situations where you have a target. You're probably going to want to front run it. So this might be the midterm top for Arrow. Not financial advice. Could go down from here. I have no clue. We still have sustained volume, which is great. That's incredibly bullish. Is that going to keep the price up? I have no idea. It's still in a solid uptrend as well. So we did just break below. It might do a bearish retest and continuation to the downside. But I'm still quite happy with it. Pimlic is down 7.95% on the day, currently trading at 71.71. We broke below 87.69. Kind of tried to swing and failed. Broke below 75. Attempted a retest right there. Failed. And it's currently sitting at 71.67. Let's see if we find midpoint support around 67. Otherwise, we're looking for 60 next on Pinlink. It kind of, I'm getting uptrend vibes. I'm getting M vibes, obviously, but if we establish this uptrend, then I feel like we'll be in good shape. We just gotta watch. But uptrends are bearish as well, so I don't know. Take your pick. Pick your poison. Big Dog said, JJ, how do you feel about Jasmine Coin? Jasmine Coins are pumping up. They don't do anything. But you can make money off of it. They got good marketing. Render is down 4.8% on the day. I don't mean that to be like rude and condescending. I'm not a fan. I played with it last bull market. I made some money off of it, but they didn't do anything back then. They don't do anything now. They have all these deals and claims and partnerships, but they don't actually do anything. There's nothing tangible for me to look at this and be like, oh wow, this is a bullish project. They actually do stuff. It's just buzzwords and big names. That's all it is. What's going on, Drew? So with Render, we attempted to get back into our comically large range and failed. And with that failure came a head and shoulder pattern, which we are currently testing the neckline of. The question is, are we going to invalidate it, or are we going to break below, retest, and confirm a bearish pattern? I have no clue. It is very head and shoulders-y. So we'll see what plays out. Other than that, 374 support or 350 with our purple line in between as a very weak possible support. Tom Selleck's Code said, you 100% meant to be rude and condescending. I feel like I'm just always rude and condescending, so forgive me. I guess I should just preemptively apologize before every stream. I feel like that's why a lot of people don't like me. I don't mean for it to come off that way. I'm just confident. You know, sometimes my confidence is misplaced as well. I'll be confident about something and somebody will be like, that's incorrect. I think it happened like yesterday or the day before as well in the chat. And I was like, I think you're actually right. I am wrong. So I'm willing to admit it at least. I'm self-aware. I'm a self-aware narcissist. Stellar is down 2.43% on the day, currently trading at 41.42. We are still in our enormous range in between 38 and 52. Or is that even 52? I guess it is 52, yeah. We have yet to get above 52, let alone establish a trend heading towards 52. We've just been kind of setting up BART after BART, and they've been playing out. We even got a mini BART right here. So let's see if we can get a different trend. We are in a downtrend right now. Maybe that'll lead to a upside. I don't know if it's a triangle, whatever you want to do with it. It's something. There's something going on here. I like Stellar. Stellar was probably my second or third coin of choice in real life. I don't know if I have any more. We do have a confirmed green dot on our momentum wave on Market Cipher. Let's see if we can swing up. Otherwise, we're looking for support at 38.5-ish. Polkadot is down 3.23% on the day, currently trading at 392. We are in between. What did I just do? Okay, good. We are in between $3.78 and $4. Yet to hold above $4 with conviction. This also has a very similar setup to, what was that, render with the head and shoulders. And we are right at the neckline. Let's see again if this thing invalidates or if it breaks down. Other than that, support at 378. If that breaks, then look for purple trendline support. Otherwise, 333 is definitely going to be in the cards with a potential for a midpoint support around 355. We got Waterfly and Tyler submitting early daily close guesses. Mr. Waterfly is not a channel member, though. So he's going to have to probably resubmit his. Polkadot. Yeah. Bitcoin is down 5.2%. Beautifully. Oh, it's like really recoupled to the fractal, like freakishly recoupled to the fractal. So let's see if Fartcoin comes down and touches 83.27, or at least gets close. It touched it back here. It didn't quite touch it back here, but the fractal didn't really call for that. So if we get a tweezer bottom here, that'd be even better. And then look for that recovery around Wednesday, Thursday. CAS is, I guess I should give a target for Fartcoin. Fartcoin, yeah, look for that support at 83.27. If it does bounce from here, though, try and retest $1. Because it could bounce from here and still kind of hold that fractal true. It doesn't have to be perfect. The fractal can decouple sometimes, you know what I mean? We've already watched it happen a couple of times. It could decouple completely right here. Right here. You know, it's just an idea based on previous price action. Right here is completely decoupled. CAS is down 4.02%. Currently trading at 8.7. We had this green trend line established just out of nowhere. And it rode it for a minute. It was kind of pinching in between here. Got a little bust to the upside. Broke down. Tried to hold support. Broke down even further. Midpoint. Support. If we can establish strength here, then make another run for 90. That would be sick. Otherwise, a breakdown would result in probably a touch of 8.2. I do like this midpoint support, though. Our momentum wave is almost oversold. RSI got a bearish cross over the moving average and failed to recapture above the moving average. We've been really dancing around that moving average on every single coin. It's been dancing quite a bit, so. But it also looks like it's coiling up in the past week or so. It's getting spicy. Getting spicy on these alts. Avalanche is down 5.35% on the day, currently trading at 23.72. Avalanche, big range between 23.20 and 25. We got very tradable as well. Rejection, support, rejection, support, rejection, support, rejection, support. Maybe another rejection. Let's see if we make it up here to touch 25. It looks like it's going to try. A lot of indecisiveness in these candles, but it is a slight uptrend. Momentum wave is just as confused as the chart is, and so is the RSI, lingering right down the center. 23.73. Support at 23.20. If we break that, 22.08. If we blast to the upside, 25. Chainlink, 0.7 in the green. One of the only coins, the only coin in the green. Wow, Chainlink shredding to the upside. So with Chainlink, like I've pointed this out 1,000 times, Chainlink charts so well. I think I'm going to start trading Chainlink so that we can get some volatility in it. And it will no longer follow the lines. Beautiful volume right here. We got a break of 20. A fake out below 21 after breaking above it. And then it blasted above, a little rejection. And a linger around 24.42. We get a bounce, retest, a little double bottom right here. Blasted right above 24.42. We seem to be getting some kind of a rejection resistance at 26. And a support at 24.42. And another attempt at 26. If we can break above that, 28.23 is going to be next in line. Chainlink is just non-stop upside. I can't stress it enough. Chainlink is my favorite coin to chart. It charts very nicely. Have I traded it? No. Is this literally the most recurring theme in the entire channel? Yes. I chart things, I'm very happy with them, and then I never trade them, and then I talk about how I never trade them later. And I don't change, which I think is the definition of insanity. Maybe the difference here is I'm not expecting a different result. I'm totally content with the results. Doge is down 5.11% on the day, currently trading at 22.24. Doge has a very similar to AVAX thing going on here. With this monster range, we got rejection, support, rejection, support, rejection, support. It seems to be a little bit higher than 21.6 though. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to establish temporary. I'm going to do it with Avalanche as well. A little temporary trend line. See if that comes into relevance later. But Doge has this 22-ish line. If we break below that, we're looking for 22.1. If we bounce, there's conviction mostly at 24, it seems. 24 seems to be the most conviction. That Pulse player said, can you please look at REI? Yeah, I saw it bounce yesterday. You were nowhere to be found, man. I was rooting for you. Oh my gosh, Pickle. I don't know why you guys let me go to Deck Screener at all. Look at Pickle. Whoa! Look at him! Look at his little face! Hi! Alright. This is serious, guys. REI? Okay, we had a little rebound yesterday. We bounced off of 1172, got above 1289, and couldn't hold it. Broke below, and broke below 1172. What do we got going on here? It's at 1116 right now. See, that RSI has yet to get oversold, so that leads me to think that it might be establishing a downtrend right now. And it's a little bit violent as well of a downtrend. Notice how your first bounce was based on the previous bounce. So your next one could either be here or here, which is both of our next lines. Something to keep in mind. But you have increased volume. Your RSI is literally just like ranging in between 50 and 30. So I'm not sure what to make of that. Again, it's a little bullish that you have more buyers than sellers. That means that the distribution is happening, which is decentralized. So you got that going for you. I know that's not what everybody wants to hear, but that's very much a I'm in it for the tech kind of thing. If you believe in the project, then make a bag out of it. Otherwise, the decision is yours. It was pretty spicy though. It's a spice up. It was a spiced up chart. That's like buying up here. But it did establish over a longer period of time, so you might not crash out as much as this did. It might not do this. It might do this. Or this. You know. Regardless, that is significantly higher than here. It doesn't seem like it, but if you actually measure it out, that's 1,000%. Down here, 600%. Right here is 300%. Up here's 1,400%. So, take your pick. But yeah, look for maybe support at 104 or 101.4. If you reject that 1172. Near is down 4.77%, currently trading at 257. Very similar to everything else here. Only Near has that head and shoulders setup, which I don't know. Is it too fugly? Maybe it's a little too fugly. I don't know. Target would be 234. But if we hit 234, great. If not, look for support at 251. I would love for it to bounce and then hit 269. At least get above that for a hot second. We do have a green dot. Confirmed green dot on the momentum wave. Unconfirmed green dot trying to establish on Market Cipher in general. I haven't said that I win. No, I haven't received your your buy-in yet, Evan. I learned from Dixie. Everyone that participates now has to pay. So yeah, Near, look for support at 251, otherwise 234 maybe in the cards. These candles are very indecisive. It definitely seems like the market's waiting for something. Pegu's down 5.41% on the day, currently trading at 0.031. It is continuing to go down. We do seem to have local support here. Evan said, when can I do it? I'll let you know in the chat. You got 4 more minutes. Potential double bottom here. It is struggling to get back above 33.8 though. That being said, I am getting this vibe. Whoops. I did that twice. Okay. Yeah. So let's see if we get a little double bottom action. Let's see. Yeah, 29.98 would be your next support. If it does break this, this is going to be like a little temporary support. Strictly based on local touches, which is just 2. I guess you got resistance right there too, so it is somewhat relevant. But 3 points of contention is eh. You do have a confirmed green dot back here though. That's bullish. Did it play out? Maybe. Who knows? Silver is up 0.12%, currently trading at 38.04. Big deal. This thing's been stuck between 37 and 38 for like a decade. Nobody really cares anymore. DXY is sideways, little W potential. Double bottom, who knows? Market strategy is down 0.74%. Getting a little dumpy still. Let's see where she's going to go, man. Is she going to go? See, we had the waste management potential with a touch of like 333, and we never hit that. So what I would like to see, I'm going to reestablish another one, is this. And then blast off. So I'm going to get rid of this one. And I'm going to move this. I'm going to scoot it. I'm still looking for 500. And we're going to leave that like that. See if that does anything. Ladies and gentlemen, we got less than 1 minute remaining until the daily close contest, so get your guesses ready. NASDAQ, chilling. 23,726, down 0.04% on the day. S&P down 0.01% on the day. 64.49.16. Everybody's loving it. Bitcoin dominance, 59.77. Let's see if it gets back above 60 before the daily close. Bitcoin 116.107 and 86 cents. We got 32 seconds remaining on the clock for you guys to get your guesses in. Wait until I sound off in the chat, and then you will be able to submit your guess. Bitcoin currently 116, 110, and 68 cents. Let's transition over to our game screen. Very cool. Okay. Three, 2, 1. Get your guess in for the daily close contest. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Evan, if you are still here, you can now submit your guess for the daily close contest. If you would like to submit your guess early, you do have to become a channel member. Waterfly, it is time for you to submit your guess for the daily close contest. Tyler's guess was early. Tyler's guess was... Where was Tyler's guess? Oh boy, I don't see Tyler's guess anymore. I have a photo. Good thing I took a picture. Here we go. Alright, Tyler was first. He guessed early, using his early guess because he's a channel member. He guessed 116, 420, 69. And then we got Tom Selleck Scoped coming in with 116, 100. And then we got T-Stew coming in with 116, 212, 17. T-Stew was our winner last night. It was his first ever daily close win. And then we got Giovanni, 115, 700. And then we got Evan, 116,001. This might be Evan's first participation. We got Waterfly coming in with 116,269. Nice. Anybody else? Anybody at all? Ladies and gentlemen, Dream Tanks coming in with 116,300. Waterfly said 116. I got Waterflies. Or I got Tyler's. I'm sorry. I can't read. Evan said, what? No, I won before. What are you talking about? Is my sarcasm that hard to detect? Evan, were you here? Degenair, if you're here, sound off in the chat. The poor dude literally was not participating in the daily close contest because he thought you had to KYC. Because I said that as a joke one time. Like, he straight up, the only way we found out is he went in the chat and he was like, you should tell people ahead of time that they have to KYC in order to participate. And I was like, that was a joke. I feel so bad, but I will say, his first time playing after he figured that out, he did win. What if I said, Evan, you're a winner for being here? He knows. That means Dixie and Zach are losers. Bitcoin 116, 231 and 49 cents. Ladies and gents, you got 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining on the clock to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Chance for you to win up to $100 for you, your friends, your family, your rent, your daughter's lunch money. Whatever you lost your trading money on last week, you can recoup some of that loss if you guess 8 digits of the daily close of Bitcoin's price on the Binance USDT chart. Good luck to you. Good luck to your mom. Good luck to your grandma. Get everybody to participate. Let's get these subscriber numbers up. Smash the like button. Those are our requirements in order for you to participate. Anybody else? Anybody at all? We got 21 people watching. Do we have 21 likes in the building? Should we add to our perfect entry portfolio today? What do you guys think? We did dip a little bit more, or should we wait? We got 3 more coins left. And I'm thinking we're going to set a market cap on those coins because I do want them to be a little more degenerate. I think that that's only fair. What do you guys think? Yes, no, maybe so? I'm going to set up a poll. All right, yes, no, should we add to the perfect entry portfolio today? Ladies and gents, we got less than 60 seconds remaining on the clock for you guys to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. J Shear 2.0 coming in with a guess in the Discord. 116 269 69. I like it. Nice. Oh, jeez. Gotta get your full name in there. J Shear 2.0. 116 269 69. Ladies and gentlemen, 22 seconds remaining on the clock. Mr. Tyler's making a change. I guess I'm going to honor it. Add trader. What are you doing? What do we got for Tyler? Tyler's coming in with 116 33333. Oh, Evan coming in with a last second change. Look at that. All right, Evan, 116 250. Time's up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you everyone for participating. Let's get these bad boys up on the chart. Very cool. I like the 2 last minute. Did Jay Shear copy Waterfly? Oh. Dang. There's blood in the streets, ladies and gentlemen. We got Tyler, 116 333 33. Am I yelling? I feel like I'm yelling. Why is it that? And then we got Dream Tanks TV, 116 300. Evan said I did it. I did it for the suspense. I like it. 116 269 69. Coming from J Shear 2.0. Leaving a 68-cent gap for Mr. Waterfly, who is being a victim today. Mr. Waterfly, 116 269. Crazy. 68-cent gap for Mr. Waterfly. And then we got Evan Pickle, 116.250. And then we got Tishu, 116.212.17. And then we got Tom Selleck Scope, 116.100. And last but not least, we got Mr. Giovanni Fontes. If you guys are looking for any gray goose, Giovanni is your man. Get a hold of him. He works for the company. He is a representative for bigwig formal events, but he said he'd hook me up. He sent me a DM. He said, "Hey, JJ, if you're an alcoholic, hit me up." I said, "I got you." Where did his guess go? Is he 115,700? Is that correct? Giovanni, I'm concerned. Giovanni, yeah, 115,700. What in the world? Jay Shear said, "Bro, I swear." Waterfly said, "F you, Jay. This is why I hate this contest. That should not be allowed. I'm out." Jay Shear said, "Damn, it's always you." Tishu said, "Rigged." Waterfly, don't go. Jay Shear said, "I swear to JJH Christ, I didn't mean to." No. Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin's currently trading at 116,256 cents. How much time do we got left? We got 1 minute and 46 seconds remaining. Giovanni said, "If I'm bearish, Bitcoin go up." Okay, that's fair. Cheers, guys. Happy Monday. Delicious. Bitcoin 116,205 and 116,189 and 4 cents. Today, one of my 3 side beverages is a Pepsi. Not sponsored. Ladies and gentlemen, 60 seconds remaining on the clock for the daily close contest. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. Currently, Tom Selleck's Goat is in the lead. Mr. Tom Selleck's Goat is in the running. If he takes this win, he will be tied with Hoffs. Finally, someone is going to enter the top 4. It has been a very, very long time. Tyler stealing wins left and right. Jay Shear 2.0 screwing over Waterfly. Perhaps on purpose, perhaps on accident. Waterfly is mad, but is it Jay Shear 2.0's responsibility to make sure that he reads every single person's guess, or is it a happy little accident? Only God knows. What God? I have no idea. Bitcoin 116,204 and 22 cents. 12 seconds remaining. Oh, Tishu now in the lead. 8 seconds left on the clock. What's it gonna be? Pump or dump? Here it goes. It's going a little bit higher. Tishu still in the lead. 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the daily close contest again, 2 days in a row after his first win yesterday. Tishu with a Bitcoin daily close of 116,227 and 5 cents. Congratulations, Tishu. 116,227.05. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. Wow, what a win. That's crazy. Was not expecting that. Issue with a guess of 116,212.17. Wow. Crazy. What are the odds? 2 in a row. He's on a roll. Should he buy a lottery ticket? Nobody knows. Excuse me. Nor are we legally allowed to suggest, because none of us are financial advisors. I wonder if that's a thing. Can you tell somebody to buy a lottery ticket and not be a financial advisor? Because you can't talk about crypto apparently without specifying. Maybe you should just wear a shirt all the time that says "I'm not a financial advisor." What chart are we looking at? We're looking at the Bitcoin Binance USDT chart, Mr. Evan Pickle. Congratulations, Tishu, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. Very cool. Wow. Our winner, Mr. Tishu. Yay! Congratulations, my friend. Tishu now has 2 wins under his belt, putting him on the board officially. But I'm not actually going to put him on the screen. Oh. Cool, cool, cool. It is in USD. Oh. No. Don't come at me with another sausage. Oh, no! Ladies and gentlemen, let me add Mr. Tishu to the winner's Google Doc. I think Tishu might have stolen Tyler's mojo. Because, can I get a drum roll, please? Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 116.212 and 17 cents and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 116.227 and 5 cents on August 18th, 2025. Mr. Tishu's prize is a breakfast corn dog, which is literally just sausage with pancake deep fried around it, I think, and a little bit of powdered sugar on this one, apparently. Congratulations, Tishu, on your victory. Feel free to eat this now with no maple syrup, unless you brought maple syrup. I imagine you didn't because you are not Canadian, which you did tell me in the past. So you can share it with your friends, family, your girlfriend, your wife, your fiance, your mom and dad, whoever you want. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. Oh! This I actually stole from the elementary school this morning. I just went in there. I was like, I'm here to pick up my kid. They're like, sir, school's not in session right now. And I ran into the cafeteria. I pushed over one of the mildly overweight lunch ladies, and I grabbed one of these. It was not cooked at all. And then I just booked it, dude. They're still looking for me. The police are still looking for me. So don't tell anybody. Arslan Khan said, this is called seasonal weakness, so please don't FOMO in on every single small pump here and there. Yeah. Yep. Unless you're dollar cost averaging. But you still shouldn't buy green candles. I'm trying to be a contrarian, so excuse me. We have confirmed 5 days bearish engulfing candle. That is confirmation. We are going to test close close to 105K. I don't hate that. Cash Oak said he had a dual hot dog yesterday, so the breakfast dog is technically still dual dogs. What? It's just one dog, though. I don't understand. I'm a little bit lost, Cash Oak. Help. Help me understand. All right, you guys are saying yes, we should add. What do we got? 12 votes? I'm going to take it. So today we are adding to our perfect entry portfolio. Before we do that, I'm going to go through some news. Bitcoin is chilling. We're on the 4-hour time frame. Congratulations, Tishu, once again on your victory, our new serial winner. Very cool. News articles. We got Ethereum's leveraged short positions hit a record high again. It is nonstop. The bears are hungry, but it's back-to-back dogs. So wouldn't that be triple dogs? Math ain't mathin' on the dog count. It's triple dogs. Technically, this isn't a dog; it's a sausage. So it's a sog. Michael Saylor bought more Bitcoin today. 430. Very cool. He should have bought 420, but more is better. So I'm not gonna fault him for it. Congratulations, Michael Saylor. Archie Guru posted Metaplanet adds another 775 Bitcoin worth 90 million. Metaplanet outdoing strategy day one. Pretty interesting. Arslan said, please check the chart on 5-day time frame. Slowly but surely we are going to 110K, but major support is at 105K. I don't know if I can do 5-day. I can do daily and weekly. I can't do custom. I don't pay for TradingView. I think it's funny when people pay for TradingView. But that's just me, you know. I'm also poor, so I can give you a daily or weekly. This is 7-day. Here's your 7-day chart. Add custom interval. Can I do that? Maybe I can. Hold on. Let me see. 5 days. Add. Ah, yeah. Won't let me do it. Never mind. We can do this and then just imagine it's 5 times less candles. Every 5 candles is 1. I can draw on the chart. Fill that in. If you want to like tag me and post on X or something, you can join the Discord and also just throw a screenshot in there. I'll pull it up on the stream. Guy can't spend $6 on his computer setup. No way he's paying for. What do you mean $6? It has nothing to do with my computer setup. It's the modem and router, which is provided by the internet service provider. I just haven't upgraded it in like 6 years. Justin Mahachek said, "Hey, yo, how's everyone doing? Sorry, I missed a close guess. You're not allowed to be here if you're not here for the daily close, Justin. I'm just kidding. Happy Monday. Cheers. Tishu won again. Waterfly quit because JShear 2.0 fucked him over. Stabbed him in the back and twisted the knife. Delicious. Who said Pepsi sucks? Did John M come in here just to say Pepsi sucks? He did! What a dick! Damn. That's actually pretty funny. He just lurks all day and he's like, I'm like something Pepsi, and he's like, Pepsi's trash. That's funny. Tisha said that reminds me of BitBoy's 23-hour chart. It was literally trolling the audience. The signs were there. I mean, I'm not gonna knock people for certain charts. 5-day, I don't mind. When people are looking at like 23-minute or like the 27-hour chart or like weird, the most obscure, they're like, this is what the market maker uses. No, it's not. You can find something that works, that's totally fine, but don't like make up lore behind your weird chart. It's just goofy, man. That's just me though. To each their own. Cheers. Pepsi is not trash. Jay Shear said, every time I put in an entry, I will check for Waterfly. I promise, LOL. There you go, Waterfly, if you're here. Jay Shear also wanted me to tell you that he's sorry. Justin said, check out my OG Monero. Here comes the volume, boys. Settle in on that 5 minutes. What? Crypto Z said, yo, what's up, everyone? Loving the dump. I just deployed a few grand into alts. Nice. All right, guys. Submit your alt suggestions for the portfolio. For the perfect entry portfolio. I know it's going to take you guys like 20 minutes, so. 100 million worth of crypto longs liquidated in the past 60 minutes. Thailand launches program allowing tourists to convert crypto to the local currency. Michael Saylor's strategy buys 430 Bitcoin worth 49.47 million. President Trump's administration in talks to take 10% ownership stake in Intel. Treasury Secretary Bessent says crypto stablecoins will expand dollar access for billions across the globe. That's what I'm telling you. They're really loving the stablecoin thing because they can just double the money supply without actually creating inflation. They're gonna eat that shit up. Arslan said, but start positioning ourselves from 110 will be great. 3rd to 4th week of September. That's the time I'm expecting the local lull to be formed. I gotta tell you, I'm liking everything that you're saying. Tom Selk-Scote said, curve. I thought you were requiring a certain market cap now for the portfolio. I'm just making sure you guys are awake. Justin said, AVAX or ADA, the best buy right now. Best buy reminds me of the Geek Squad. I am going to require a certain market cap. I just haven't picked it yet. I'm finishing the news. Trump on the meeting between Putin and Zelensky. Did you guys catch my TLDR? Putin and Zelensky. Zelensky arrived in a suit. Everyone said he looked good. He made a joke at the reporter that originally talked about his suit. And he said, thank you for literally everything. And they were all chumming it up. It was a very good time. Evan Pickle said, JJ, how would it not increase inflation if they doubled the money supply? So stablecoins aren't US dollars. That's literally inflation. It's not, though, because stablecoins don't add to the money supply because they technically like lock up other assets that are valued at US dollars. So they can take debt, let's say. They can take all of this debt, which they fabricated, and they could wrap it up and they can say, this is worth $1. And we printed 10 billion of these because we have $10 billion in debt. So now we have 10 billion stablecoins, but we don't have 10 billion US dollars. So the money supply does not change. People can accept this other currency that is valued at the same value as the US dollar. It's pegged at the US dollar value. But because it's not an official, like, Federal Reserve note, it is just pegged to the Federal Reserve note. It is not actually increasing the money supply. That is why they have latched onto this stablecoin idea. They love stablecoins. They're like, they saw it, and they saw, like, 2008, but not breakable. And they were like, whoa. Yes, they can double the money supply. They can. It won't. So it's not going to double the Federal Reserve notes. It is going to double the dollar. Does that make sense? They're not actually taking US dollars to create stablecoins. They're taking gold or debt or assets, and they're wrapping it up in the stablecoin, and then that's it. It's kind of like a home equity line of credit. You still own the house. Suddenly you have the money that the house is worth to freely spend. You have to pay it back, but with a stablecoin you don't. With a stablecoin, you buy the debt. Let's say you buy the debt, and then you peg the stablecoin. The debt gets paid off, and then you just have the stablecoin. So now technically you've tripled your money. I could if I had a whiteboard, I could probably explain it really good, but if you understand, I guess, stablecoins in general, it would make sense. It's not an official, like, Federal Reserve note. Okay. Donald Trump posted on Truth Social. I had a very good meeting with distinguished guests. President Vladimir Zelensky, I don't know what the hell his name is, of Ukraine. President Emmanuel Macron of France. President Alexander Stubb of Finland. I wonder if he owns StubHub. Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni of Italy. Isn't that one of the families from The Sopranos? Prime Minister Keir Starmer of the United Kingdom. Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany, Friedrich Merz. President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. And Secretary General of NATO, Mark Rutte. In the White House, which ended in a further meeting in the Oval Office. Ooh. During the meeting, we discussed security guarantees for Ukraine, which guarantees would be provided by the various European countries with a coordination with the United States of America. Everyone is very happy about the possibility of peace for Russia, Ukraine at the conclusion of the meetings. I called President Putin and began the arrangements for a meeting at a location to be determined between President Putin and President Zelensky. Wait a minute, did he? Okay, he is doing two eyes. That's adorable. After that meeting takes place, we will have a trilat, which would be the two presidents plus myself. Again, this was a very good early step for a war that has been going on for almost 4 years. Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff are coordinating with Russia and Ukraine. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Very cool, very cute, adorable. They all liked each other enough to migrate from, I guess, the White House to the Oval Office, which I'm pretty sure is in the White House. I don't know, they went somewhere a little more private, which is adorable. Next, we got Colin Talks Crypto. Interesting trend line. He's looking at a potential top of 128K for Bitcoin at the end of the year. We'll see what happens. And then he posted Bitcoin support confluence, a long-respected diagonal trend line, horizontal support. We got a potential right between, I don't know, what is that, 114, 115? Looks like 115. 114.5, which we kind of, seems like we hit that. And that held. So, see what happens. Next, we got latest SEC postpones approval for Trump Media's Truth Social and other crypto ETFs till October. Who'da thunk? No surprise here. The SEC is just as lazy as they were before, only this time they're not just blatantly attacking crypto for no reason. Evan said, if it's backed by notes, then it's the same difference. It's not backed by notes, though. Even the banks and the Fed create inflation through debt. Well, I don't know what to tell you then. I guess my situation here is the current stablecoins aren't creating inflation. So if they use the same stablecoins, why would they just now start to create inflation? It doesn't make any sense. Now, later on down the road, if the M2 or M3 or whatever money measurement system integrates stablecoins, which they probably will, then we can discuss that at a later time. But if everyone sees that, oh no, the money supply has been doubled for like 5 years and nothing has changed, and now suddenly they're seeing that it's doubled, so now everyone's going to start increasing prices, people are going to start to realize that inflation is actually just as fabricated as the value of the dollar. But that's a topic for a different discussion. The amount of ETH on centralized exchanges has dropped to its lowest in 9 years. That's kind of crazy. I'm not sure what that means. Number go up eventually. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it has been dropping pretty dang quickly. 9 years. We got another alt season market psychology chart. Another guy pointing out that we're in belief right now. I think we're in optimism, like right at the beginning of optimism. This guy thinks we're in belief. Either way, number go up. Colin Talks Crypto posted another update to the global M2 money supply, inverse DXY, gold, and Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin getting a downtrend right here. We're going to probably linger for a couple of days. And then he's saying next high confidence move up on August 23rd. I like that. That almost lines up with my August 20th move. We got Ukraine will offer President Trump a $100 billion weapons deal in exchange for a security guarantee. The deal would include Ukraine promising to buy $100 billion worth of American weapons and would be financed by Europe. That's cute. Speculators have now built the largest leveraged Ethereum short position in history. I think these guys are about to get so wrecked. And last but not least, the same thing that we looked at yesterday, the important stuff. Zelensky meets with Trump in the U.S. That happened today. Next, we got Wednesday, July Fed meeting minutes. And then Thursday, August S&P manufacturing PMI data, August S&P composite PMI data, and existing July home sales data. And then Friday, we got Fed Chair Powell speaking in Jackson Hole. So Friday's going to be the big deal, with Thursday being a potential point of confluence as well. Let's see. Jay Shear said, interesting. Tom Saltzcoat said, read Tom Lee's post about the ETH supply being lowest in 9 years. Let's go see. Tom Lee. That's kind of a funny name. Because it's like very... it's very basic with Tom and very Asian with Lee. Tom Lee. Where do I find this gentleman's X? Is it the Sponge Strat guy? Last time ETH balances this low, ETH was $30 and went to $1,500. Whoa, that's actually awesome. Ooh, you can see it right there, that explosion. Holy cow. Is that what that is? Or is it... no, it has to be that. Right? I don't know. We can whiteboard this later. Okay. Evan said the Fed can only create money inflation by issuing debt. That's why we are so far in debt as a country. Any issuing of debt increases the money supply and makes the money you hold worth less. That's what I'm saying. They're not issuing debt. It would be people buying debt that's already established and then packaging it to create stablecoins, which is what Tether and USDC and other stablecoins do. That is also why Terra Luna's stablecoin fiasco didn't work, because it was backed up with another inflationary asset, which they just had to print and print and print. And eventually, the value of that went down so far that they couldn't print enough. There was actually no physical anything backing the value of Terra to justify the print. John316 said, hey, JJ, if I have a big bag in a coin, where should I swap it out to USD? Is exchanges too expensive, or use Bitcoin? I heard it's cheaper than big exchanges. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways to go about it. I would do some research. Sometimes, and you're going to want to be careful as well, bridging. Do small test transactions, especially if you have a large amount of money. Always do small test transactions. sometimes decentralized like exchanges where you can just swap, sometimes those are more expensive than centralized. Sometimes you can get lucky and sign up for like Kraken and get really cheap fees. I've been made aware recently that Kraken swap fees are really, really cheap compared to Coinbase. So maybe look into Kraken, and you don't have to do a swap. You can literally just like, I think you can have a zero balance and type it out and it'll still give you the fee and stuff. Don't quote me on that, but I think you can do that without actually transferring anything to it to check. But just see what the fee is and see if it's low. But a lot of times the decentralized exchanges are more expensive than the centralized ones, which is hard to believe, but it depends on if they're new, established, you know, what have you. I'm sure ETH transaction fees are probably cheap. Sol transaction fees are probably cheap. Just look into decentralized exchanges on ETH and Sol. Maybe Tron as well. People like Tron specifically because it's cheap. But I still have never heard of anybody actually using Tron for anything other than like money laundering. But yeah, look into it for sure. It's hit or miss. Evan said, I see what you're saying. I don't think that works in the long run, though. Oh, it's definitely not going to work in the long run. But they like it right now because they can do whatever the hell they want. And even if M2 Money Supply adds stablecoins, all you got to do is establish a new one, inflate the crap out of it, and then they start to count it, and then do another one, and then you can just do that in big fat chunks over time. Eventually, we're going to be living in like Cyberpunk City, Blade Runner kind of scenario where nobody actually cares about anything. Everything's like everything. It's just going to be analysis paralysis everywhere you look. Okay. Adding to our portfolios. I am going to set up a limit on market cap. I want everything to be less than a $2 billion market cap, guys. Less than $2 billion market cap. So from 49 down, or I guess up. 49 up. We could do C, Pengu, Render, Bonk, Trump, WorldCoin, Flare. You guys can go look on CoinMarketCap. First 4 coins suggested in the chat are going to be added to the poll, and then you guys are going to vote on it. And this is to be added to the perfect entry portfolio. Let's do our portfolio updates. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down $59. ADA is number 1 in this portfolio. It's up 19 bucks. Sol is up $9. Render's up $1. And then Ondo, Proppy, Doge, Fetch, Near, Shib, and Aptos are all down. Then the Memecoin portfolio. Justin Avalanche, I believe, is disqualified because their market cap is too high. Where's Avalanche? Yeah, Avalanche is 9.9 billion. We want 2 billion or less. So VeChain is a no-go. C works though. We got, I'm going to verify them as well. We got Pengu. We know Pengu's good. CryptoZ said LCX. Let me check LCX. LCX is good. Actually, I need to verify that it's even on here. Okay. Is that the right one? It's like a X. Yep. Okay, LCX is good. Pengu is good, we know. Polygon, Matic, Pole. Let's see. Pole is too high, 2.7 billion. Close though. All right, Memecoin portfolios in profit $19. WIF is number 1 in profit 61 bucks. SNEK is number 2 in profit 34. Pepe is number 3 in profit 24. Doge is number 4, down 11. And Giga is number 5, down 91. Giga Chad just continues to plummet. Jeez. We got 2 assets so far, guys. LCX and Pengu. The next 2 assets that are given by anybody but CryptoZ and Tom Selleck-Scout under $2 billion market cap are going to be included in the poll to add to our perfect entry portfolio. And then you guys are going to vote and eventually vote on one. Next, we got our narrative portfolio, my favorite and the most stable performer. This portfolio is made up of one meme coin, one artificial intelligence coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, one real-world asset coin, and one gaming coin, and it is absolutely killing it. VeChain is the only asset that is negative. It is down $13. Mana Decentraland is up 2. Fetch is up 15. Tau is up 22, and Pepe's up 52. I love this portfolio. Makes me happy. And then we got a perfect entry portfolio, which we're looking to add a $100 bill to. This portfolio currently has 8. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 assets, which is $700. We are $92.14 in profit. Looking good. We got 2 assets that are in the negative. We got Crow, which is down $5, and Render, which is down $9. Everything else, Chainlink up $68, Squeeze up 16, ETH is up 11, Ondo's up 6, and Sol is up 1. So you guys are going to vote. We got 3 more to go, and I'm putting a cap on the market cap. $2 billion cap. GRT. I do believe GRT is good. GRT is good. Beautiful. Give me one more, guys. One more. We got LCX, Pengu, GRT, and what? Bitcoin 116.36 and 64 cents. Where's Bonk? Bonk is 1.8. One more asset from one more person. Anybody at all. It's got to be under $2 billion market cap. If I don't hear from anybody in 29 seconds, then I'm going to pick. Bitcoin 116.59.11. SNEK is up 0.41% on the day. Pimlic is up 0.7% on the day. Silver's up 0.21% on the day. Bitcoin dominance still closing below 60. Let's go. We do have a potential inverse head and shoulders. All right. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be deciding what coin gets added at the very end of the poll because you guys are taking way too damn long. Let's see. Number 40. RSEI. Renderbonk. Trump. WorldCoin. Flare. Filecoin. KuCoin. Fetch. Jupiter. Injective, XDC, Celestia, Optimism. Ooh, Arrow? Nobody said Arrow? Are you guys insane? This thing is incredibly overbought, though. I feel like adding it now is stupid. But who knows, man? We got Arrows definitely in the running in my brain. Pancake Swap, Fartcoin. What else? Interesting. Sandbox. Pith cracks me up. Let me see. I want to see if some of my ADA natives are in here. I'm going to check really quick, so bear with me. Iagon. Ooh, Iagon's in there. That's crazy, actually. Shoot. I guess Iagon would be the next best one, right? I guess I'll do Arrow. I'll do Arrow. Arrow is going to be my suggestion, even though it's definitely overbought. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please vote on the poll. What asset are we adding to the perfect entry portfolio? We got 4 choices: LCX, Pengu, The Graph, and Arrow. Aerodrome. The poll is officially live. Bitcoin 115, 967, 962, and 24 cents. Let's go refresh your liquidation heat map. Go to symbol. 12 hour. All right, we are officially hitting some liquidations. 115, 792. Yeah, it's right there. There she blows. Okay. All right, so far we got 3 votes. 67% of you are voting for Aerodrome. Tom Selleck said there's no poll. I don't know what to tell you. 4 votes, 50% are for Aero. And we got 25 for LCX, 25 for Pengu. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, there it is. Took forever. Bitcoin hitting some liquidation points. Getting a little dicey here. BKakey the God said Aero. What's going on, BKakey? Bitcoin hitting liquidation points. 115, 601, 96. Are we going to bounce from here? Are we going to plummet down to those next ones? We got, I guess I'll go all the way down. I'm going to put one right here down to 113, 902. Actually, I think that's this one. We got 5 votes, 40% Aero, 20% Graph, 20% Pengu, 20% LCX. 15 people here. Can we get 8 votes? 3 more votes on the poll. For a total of 8, Bitcoin bouncing right off those liquidations. Going straight up. We got some indecisive candles right here. What's this one going to look like when it closes? Evan said, I vote Dong. That is not an option, Evan. Just because that's not available on this. Unless it is. Wouldn't that be crazy? It might be. Let me see. That'd be hilarious because Iagon's on here. There is no Dong, unfortunately. Justin said, time to buy if you're not positioned already. I concur. This is the perfect entry portfolio. We got 5 votes. Can we get 3 more votes? We got 13 people watching. Give me 3 more votes on the perfect entry portfolio edition. Ooh, we're tied between Aero and Graph now. 17% LCX, 17% Pengu, 33 for Graph, 33 for Aero. I like this tiebreaker. Can we get, okay, 6 votes now. We got 10 people watching. Give me a 7th to break that tie between Graph and Aero. 1 more vote. Can we do 1 more? I'll settle for 7. Anybody at all? Bitcoin still chilling. 115, 815. They just liquidated those. They liquidated those longs and then came right back up. Bitcoin is the ultimate troll. Market's quiet. We got 10 people watching. 6 votes on the poll. Can we get a 7th vote on the poll? What asset are we adding to the perfect entry portfolio? LCX, Pengu, Graph, Aero. Quiet Bitcoin. Let's go take a look at total 3. 1.03. I see. I wouldn't be surprised to see this retest 1 trillion. Let's take a look at total 2, because total 2 is what inspired my 18th through the 20th breakout. Yeah, see? What's interesting is this doesn't look that bad per the fractal. I don't know if I can stretch it. Oh, we got our 7th vote, ladies and gentlemen. GRT is being added to the perfect entry portfolio. Thank you to our late voter. Appreciate you. Let's add this bad boy. GRT. The graph. Enter quantity. I do not know. Bam. Graph is 0.09. Let me do some math really quick. 100 divided by 0.09066. I am adding 1,103.0222. Bam. Graph, $100.14. There we go. We got 2 more coins to add at another time. Thank you, everybody, for participating. Appreciate you guys. John said manipulation. Too bad. All right. Bitcoin. Look at that. We're straight back up. What a troll. That's kind of hilarious. I feel bad for those bulls, though. So much money, man. So much money gets liquidated. There's no way that's not like the market maker. You know what I mean? There's got to be some market maker positions in there. There's no way that's just constantly being liquidated and set up like that. That blows my mind if that's the case. That's so much money. I thought I had a position open. I don't know what happened to it. Did I close it? And was it in profit? I don't remember. Oh, John said, I meant by me. Oh, well, it is what it is. I get another view. Did you at least smash the like button with the manipulation vote? Bitcoin still chilling 116.64 and 68 cents. Portfolio's looking good. Perfect entry portfolio. $91 in profit. Vibing. Oh, we hit these 2 liquidation points, so I can get rid of those. Did anybody... Let's see if anybody set up a long already. Wouldn't that be crazy? Nope. Okay, so they hit that little liquidation point. Now we're going back up. Interesting. Market's slowly turning green. We got green Fartcoin, green Pinlink, green Sweet, green Soul. Very nice. Inverse head and shoulder by Bitcoin dominance. Justin said I'm long AF right now. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see. All right. Okay. So I'm liking the green market so far. It's quiet. Bitcoin's getting indecisive. We've been in this, let me go to a cleaner chart. Ooh, whoa. Look at this fractal. What time frame is on that? Ooh, look at that. Justin said, do you all love to market order in at the top just to watch it blast off? I definitely market order. I think it's funny when people set limit orders. But I'm also, again, I'm a degenerate gambler. I trade for fun. I'm not trading with thousands of dollars. Hopefully I will be eventually one day. But I'm not going to sit there and set a limit order like I know what's going to happen. Tishu said, okay, B. Still going up. Look at chart crazy. I'm just impressed with this stupid fractal. This little mini micro fractal that I had on Bitcoin. When did I put that up there? We're looking for that crazy chop and then explosion. Is this literally from right here? That's exactly what that's from. Look at that. It's the same exact thing. What? So wait a minute. After Sunday, we're just going to explode again? Because that would be freaking hilarious. We just keep doing the same shit. Is this that candle or this candle? Like, where does that go? I think, yeah, it goes at the bottom. That would be so funny, dude. What if they just do that for forever? They just rinse, repeat over and over again. Everyone's like, oh, we've been shorting for 5 years. It's not working. Okay, I was supposed to talk about something. We've been in this range, this same micro range for forever on Bitcoin. So we are in the lower position right now. It would be silly to assume that we're not going to return back to this. And we might not. It would be silly to assume, but it would also be more silly to not go back there. So the question is, what's it going to be? We're going to get this. Like that right there. That'd be kind of funny. It kind of matches up. Again, fractals are kind of memes, so take that on with a grain of salt. There's definitely a accumulation range right here. And we are in that range. Or we're just outside of that range right now. Does that mean anything? Probably not. But it could. Meant something back here. Accumulation range. We got a little fake out once. Second time was our explosion. Fake out once. Second time is our explosion. Not financial advice, but history doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. It's been I don't know, macro. It's been pretty easy to spot. It even did the same thing back here. Look at this. The same exact thing. Accumulation range. Fake out 1, 2, 3. Accumulation range. Fake out 1, 2. Accumulation range. Fake out 1, 2. That's not that hard. Evan said good night. Take it easy, Evan. Appreciate you. Gotta get to Bob Evans in the morning. Evan's bedtime is actually like 8 p.m. So he stayed up pretty late for us. Thank you, Evan. Okay, let's go take a look at OKB really quick. OKB. Ooh, it's holding up really nicely. 122.57. So we could have technically bought the top of this. And we'd be up right now. 5, 6, 7%. 5%. That's still pretty good. Question is this going to be a double top? It's going to be hard to tell. Volume looks good. You got a red dot, which seems to have played out already. Green dot. Nothing to report besides your RSI is a little spicy. But that's not the end of the world. I do like it. Reven, Lachlan, what's going on? Smash the like button. Happy Monday. Guys, ladies and gents, fellas, boys and girls. I think I'm going to have to call it. Got some stuff to do. Appreciate you guys for joining. Hopefully I got to get back on for an emergency stream. Open a short on it? I have no idea. That's up to you, man. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I got to help one of my coworkers, so feel free to chit-chat in the Discord, though. I'll be there for sure. As always, guys, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I'll hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for watching. Smash the like button on your way out. Share the stream with your like-minded crypto friends, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night.